Hi everyone, I'm Adam Platt with the Rise to Connect and Happy New Year! Welcome to 2018. I'm so excited to be with you today and talk about goals. As we come up on a new year, we always are thinking about what we did in the year past and then what we're going to get accomplished in the next year. So there's always this goal setting and these New Year's resolutions that everybody's going through, and people are going to the gym and they're working on doing things that they hadn't done before, and they're all excited to set these new goals, and they're really going to go after them this year, right? They didn't get them done in 2017, so they're going to get them done in 2018. So today I want to talk a little bit about how you can set those goals, how not to set those goals, and then how you can go and steps to reach those goals. So I'm really excited to talk to you today about that. This last year has been so exciting for me. I've been able to accomplish so many things. I graduated with my MBA. I traveled around the country. I went to 3 states I'd never been to before. I traveled to Europe with my wife and my oldest daughter and went to Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. I'd never been outside the United States. That was amazing. I went to seminars. I ran a half marathon. I ran a Ragnar race, which is a relay race. I did all these amazing things, and I'm just looking back as like, wow, what an amazing year. But how amazing is 2018 going to be if I can keep that momentum, if I can keep going, if I keep pushing myself to work and stretch and move towards those big goals that I have? Because, I've done some of that self-evaluation in the last couple weeks as well, getting ready for 2018. And so as I look forward to 2018, I have a lot of goals for myself, and some of them are pretty big. So, I have financial goals, I have health goals, I have job goals, I have all these different goals that I'm setting and I'm looking at, I'm evaluating. What do I want to do? How do I want to get there? What do I need to do to get there? All these things. But I guess the first thing we need to talk about is how not to set goals. Because this time of year, everybody is talking about goals, and often SMART goals come up. SMART goals are great for project-based or setting small things, but I really don't like them for evaluating what you're going to do in the next year or next 2 or 3 or 5 years from now, because lots of times we limit ourselves when we set SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, time-based, and measurable. Those types of things, right? SMART, that's what it stands for. And lots of times when we do that, we limit ourselves on our ambitions and our goals and what we really want to accomplish. We think, oh, it has to be realistic. Can I really do that? And then we talk ourselves out of it. No, I don't think I can. I don't think I can get that big promotion. I don't think I can get that big raise. So I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for something shorter or smaller or littler. We limit ourselves when we start thinking in that mentality. So I don't really like SMART goals. And I know we hear a lot about them. When I was getting my MBA, we talked about SMART goals. In my professional career, I've talked about SMART goals. At my job right now, we have to set SMART goals every year. I don't like them because they really limit and push us to where we're not stretching, we're not growing, we're not trying to achieve something further out there. I love the quote by Michelangelo that says, the greater danger for most of us lies not in setting an aim too high and falling short, but setting an aim too low and achieving the mark. I love that quote because I think oftentimes we do that. So lots of times we don't aim high enough. We don't grow and stretch to get that big goal. And so, yeah, maybe we don't always reach that big, huge achievement and we fall a little short. But did we grow from it? Absolutely. But lots of times we're scared to do that. So we aim low, and yeah, we might achieve it, but we didn't really get what we wanted. We didn't really stretch and grow, and we didn't really help ourselves become a better person and to achieve what that big thing that we really want to achieve is. So, don't set yourselves. Earlier in this year, I did a post that talked about bold goals, and if you haven't seen that, I suggest you go back and watch it. But bold goals is go big, do something outward of telling people about those goals, something that's going to lift you up and excite you. And then dream. What's that big dream that you're setting that you want to go out and get? Because if we're not dreaming, there's no point in trying to go for those big goals. It's got to be something that's going to excite us, something that we're really looking forward to, and that we really want to go after. Because if we're not doing that, it's not going to happen, right? I mean, how often do we set goals? Oh, I want to lose 15 pounds this next year, and we kind of start off the year, the gyms are packed full of people the first couple weeks of January. As January goes on, it kind of tapers off, and by February, March, April, definitely by the middle of the year, and there's hardly anybody. Somebody on social media this last week posted a picture of them at the gym. Not a single person in the whole gym except for him. He's like, I love starting my New Year's resolutions before the beginning of the year because there's nobody at the gym. It's not crowded. But in a couple weeks, it will be crowded. But people stop doing it because they're not dreaming. Well, what is that big goal? If you want to lose 15 pounds, okay, 15 pounds in a year, right? What do you got to do? So what are the steps you need to take to get there? Obviously, you got to change probably your eating habits, right? You got to eat more fruits and vegetables. You've got to go work out. You've got to go to the gym. You've got to set time to go and do those types of things, or you're not going to reach that goal. So my suggestion is when you got that goal, that big goal, and really go big. If 15 pounds is like the realistic, why not set it to 25? I want to lose 25 pounds. Yeah, maybe you'll fall a little short, but what if you hit that? What if you make and achieve losing 25 pounds? And maybe 25 pounds is too much for what you want to lose. That's fine, but go a little bit higher, stretch a little bit more, set that goal a little bit more above the line than what you really think you can do, because it's going to make you work and grow and go after it, and that's going to get you moving. That's going to get you going. So set it a little bit higher, right? Once you set that goal, then you go, okay, at the end of the year, this is my goal. What do I got to do? And work backwards. Do some self-evaluation. What do I got to do to get to that goal? I've got to go to the gym 3 times a week. I've got to change my eating habits. I got to cut sugar out of my diet, or whatever that is, right? Whatever the goal is. Maybe it's not health. Maybe it's you want to earn so much money a year. Okay, by the end of the year, this is what I want to earn. Okay, what do you got to do? X amount of income per month, per week, per whatever. How am I going to get there? And then you start setting action steps. That's where SMART goals maybe come in, because that's more project based. That's where you can really say, okay, I'm going to break this down. I'm going to start going and really setting more realistic things, action steps to really achieve that big goal that I want to get towards the end of the year. So break it down. Set that big goal. What's the end result that you want? Work backwards, and what you got to do. And then the next thing you got to do is you should start setting positive triggers to get you working on that goal. You've got to set up things. For instance, if you want to lose weight and you want to work out, what do I got to do to get myself to the gym, to get my butt into that gym, right? What do you got to do? If it's, all right, as soon as I drop the kids off at work, I hit the gym for 30 minutes. That's a positive trigger. As soon as I drop the kids off, I go and work at the gym, right? That's your trigger. Or every time I walk through my front door, I'm going to grab a stick of celery, right? That's a trigger. That you mentally set a positive thing that you're going to remind yourself to do once you go to a certain place or go through a certain doorway or whatever that is. So set that positive trigger. Triggers can be very positive. Lots of times we hear about that in addictions and things like that. But triggers, we can set positive triggers to do positive things. And what that does is that starts setting that habit up. It starts setting us into that routine going. And so when I drop the kids off, I automatically know, hey, I'm in my workout clothes. When I get up and get dressed and I drop the kids off, I go right to the gym. And I get that workout done. I get that 30 minutes of aerobics or yoga or whatever it is that you want to do. And you go and you get it done. So set those positive triggers up. Because if you're not setting those up, you're just setting yourself up for failure, really. You're not going to follow through. And you're not going to continue to set that habit to follow through with that big goal that you want to set. Next thing is, you got to schedule. Right? What milestones do I got to hit? When do I need to have them done by? and schedule that in. Put it on your calendar. If you got a calendar on the wall, write it on there and then look at it once a week at least and evaluate, how am I doing? What do I got to do to get closer to reaching that date of that milestone? So if you want to lose 15 pounds and you're halfway through the year and you haven't lost 7.5 pounds, guess what? You're only halfway there. So what do you got to do to get caught back up? Or set that milestone. By June, I'm going to have lost 5 pounds. By November, I'm going to have lost 10 pounds or whatever that is, right? Set those milestones. And then what do you got to do? And then you start working towards that. And then what you got to do is celebrate. When you hit that milestone, don't wait till the end of the year when you get that big goal to celebrate. When you hit those milestones, those are accomplishments. That's awesome. So celebrate those accomplishments. And it doesn't mean that you have to go out to dinner or go out on a night in the town every time, but do something for yourself. Whether it's even if it's like, hey, this week, at the end of the week, I ate more greens than I ever have, and so I'm going to reward myself with a little piece of chocolate. A little piece, a little square of chocolate. I'm going to eat it, I'm going to enjoy it, and that's my reward. Hey, that's awesome. Just set those little rewards and celebrate your accomplishments. If you lose 3 pounds, man, celebrate. That doesn't mean you go out and you binge and you go get a big bowl of ice cream because you lost that weight, right? You don't want to go backwards. But you can do something, and that's different for everybody. But what's that little celebration? Maybe it is just a little piece of chocolate. Maybe it's, once you do reach a big milestone, like if you lose 10 pounds, you're going to reward yourself with, some new workout clothes, or I don't know what it is, but set yourself to get those little accomplishment rewards, because they're that's big, and that's going to help keep you motivated. It's going to pick up that momentum and push you through the end of the year so that you can get to that big end goal. Excuse me. And the next thing that you need to make sure you do is not only schedule, but is always evaluate what your next step is. So you set the goal, you work backwards, what do you got to do, and then where you at with those milestones, and then constantly be reevaluating it. And lots of people like to use visual cues, right, to reevaluate, like a vision board or something on their mirror or something by their front door when they go out that they're working on this, something to remind them and continually help them to be, what do I got to do to keep working on this? Because if you don't have that, you're not going to be motivated. So, man, goals are so exciting. But again, don't limit yourself. Go for a big, big, big goal. And then you just start working. You just cut out chunks and you work and you work and you work and you go after it. And don't aim low. Like Michelangelo said, if you aim low and you achieve, so what? You're not where you want to be. If you really want to get to where you want to be with your next level of success, happiness, joy, connection with your family, relationship, whatever that is for you, what do you got to do to get there? What is that big end goal? So don't limit yourself. Set bold goals. Go big. Share it with people. Tell people, hey, I'm working out. Maybe even set up a little community. People that you want to work out with, that want to go to the gym with you. That will help. That community, that motivation to help each other go and help push and grow. That's awesome. So make sure you're outward sharing that goal with people and not hiding it, tucking it away. And then something that's going to lift you up. Why do you want that goal? Make sure, last week I talked about letters to Santa Claus, and if you could have anything in the world, what would it be? And think about that. And I asked you to sit down and make a list of things and write down those things that you would want. And I hope you did that. If not, do that. That will help you start setting up what goals you want to achieve, and you can start looking and evaluating what those goals are. And then always be evaluating it so that, and these should be things that lift and inspire. And why? I mean, why do you want to, what's the long-term effect that this goal is going to have on you? Is it just, I might look better in a bathing suit if I lose 10 pounds. Okay, that's fine. But what are the long-term things? Maybe you'll be healthier for longer in your life and you'll live longer so you can spend more time with your family. Maybe you'll be able to spend more time with your kids, right? And your grandkids as you get older. What's that long-term effect? Maybe if you have success goals for like earning a certain amount of income, how's that going to affect your future? What are you going to be able to do with that money? Are you going to be able to help and serve and really, help your community and those in need? What is that goal? How does that look for you? What does your future look like when you reach that big goal? You also need to evaluate that. So I hope you'll take some time and write those things down and think about it and evaluate, and then go and start setting those goals and those action steps backwards, and then work towards those milestones and celebrate those accomplishments. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope that you'll do these simple steps. Yeah, it might sound like a lot of work setting those big goals and going after them, but really if you break it down, they're simple things, and set those habits every day and work at it. Going out for that run, going for that exercise routine, eating that salad instead of that bowl of ice cream, whatever it is, but set those things. And if you do it consistently, day after day after day, it's going to become so easy. You'll just fly right through, and by the end of the year, you'll have that goal. And it's going to be awesome, and you're going to be able to celebrate. You're going to be able to go and have a great time with those people that you've gathered with you. They'll celebrate with you, and you can cheer each other on. Oh, 2018 is going to be the best year ever because you're going to do these amazing things. You're going to set those big goals. I'm looking forward to hearing. I hope that you'll actually send me a note or an email or whatever that is, and let me know how it's going. What are those big goals? Go ahead and send that note, because I'd love to hear people's goals and how they're going to grow and stretch throughout the year as they set these big goals. So go ahead and let me know, and I'm going to be telling you throughout the year as I post these videos what some of my goals are and what I want to do. I want to change people's lives this year. I want to really reach and really attract a lot of people in a community where I feel like we can all help each other, and that's one of my goals. So I hope that you'll be a part of that. I look forward to 2018 and the amazing things that are going to happen not only in your life but in those people's lives around you. And so go out there, set that goal, and have an amazing time working on that goal. Don't let it scare you. Just get excited about it because it's going to help you so much. So go out and work and grow, and let me know how it's going. I'd love to hear how everything's going. Thanks. I'm Adam Platt. I'm so excited for 2018. I can't wait to see what you're able to do and to hear about it. So go out there and make your difference. And again, to your success and your joy and happiness. And I'll talk to you in future posts. Thanks.